welcome back to the show. Now, my next guest is a leading makeup artist in Ireland. Last year, cancer hit her family and it sparked an idea for her and led her to launch Journey, a skincare range which is aimed at men and women going through chemotherapy. The line is free from chemicals and utilises the best natural extracts, butters, salts and essential oils to truly nourish the skin safely. Rhona Cullinan, you're very welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you, Elaine. Great to see you as well.
Now, your interest in the whole area of cancer has sparked a lot. I know you've personal experience last year, but you've been involved in cancer charities for quite a while now. Tell us about that.
So about 12 years ago, I was working a lot with the Marie Keaton Foundation, doing a lot of their events, and I decided to write a book. I worked a lot with the Look Good, Feel Better Foundation, which is where you go into the hospitals and teach people how to do makeup. And I found that the people, when they could put back on their eyebrows and their eyelashes, they just felt $1 million, and it kind of made them look like they didn't have cancer, if that makes sense. So between everything I was doing, I decided to write this book. I did it with the Irish Academy of Beauty, and we came together and we created a really kind of very basic book. Again, back in those days, there was no social media, there was no, people were barely learning how to Google. So there wasn't that information online. So it was a very basic book on how to apply makeup. And then I had sections in it for cancer patients. So how to recreate eyebrows, eyelashes, the tips for their skincare, what products, they could use, what they shouldn't use. And then we had, some specialist people, like Wigs from Anne Roach Wigs came in and she did a piece on it. And we had some, it's just a good guide for people to what to do when they were going through chemo.
Yeah, because you've spoken to a lot of cancer patients over the years, and I suppose it's hard to explain how unfeminine some people may feel when they lose something like their hair, their eyebrows, their eyelashes, and helping them get that back means so much for their self-esteem.
Absolutely, and again, back then there wasn't the products that are available now. Like, there's so much things available now for people, but they still don't know. There's still not really, a recommended list of products to use, which is why I wanted to create this. And when I did the book, I donated all the proceeds to the Marie Keaton Foundation. So I worked very closely with them over the years. Linda and I are good friends, and we do lots of their events still, up until obviously till COVID hit, and we're not doing anything now. But that kind of brought me up to lockdown.
Yeah.
So.
And this particular skincare range, there was nothing like it in Ireland before this, and unfortunately your decision to create it was sparked by someone very close to you.
Yeah, my brother-in-law Howard had been diagnosed 3 years ago with terminal cancer, stage 4, and he tried to do a lot of different chemos. He really put up an amazing fight, but every list of chemo that he was given was with a list of side effects longer. And he kept coming to me and asking me what sort of skincare, like what can I do he came in terrible rashes, he lost fingernails, he had a lot of skin issues. And obviously you can't use anything with chemicals in it when you're going through chemotherapy or radiation. So, when I was only reading, when I started researching, I was going, there is actually nothing specifically out there. So when lockdown happened, I'm a wedding makeup artist, so all of my weddings were cancelled. And it just became the right time, and I said, right, now's my time to do it. So he was still alive. Unfortunately, he did pass last year, but he did get to try out the products, which did help him an awful lot. So he was kind of my drive behind it, and I really wanted to make the branding of the product. I have the ribbon on it, the pink ribbon, so that people can look at it and realise that it is suitable for cancer. It's suitable for everybody as well, anybody with sensitive skin. But I wanted people to look at it and not be a medical product. I want them to look at it and go, it's pretty, and feel good about themselves using the product and getting the benefits of it.
Where did the name Journey come from?
So I suppose it came from my journey from the book to here. I've had a lot of personal changes in my life. And when lockdown hit, it really kind of came more aware for me that so many people are going through a journey, whether it's just getting through the day in lockdown or whether it's a cancer journey. I'm a special needs mom to 3 kids, and so I have my own journey with that. So everybody's going through a journey of some degree, and I really feel everybody should stop for 10 minutes during the day and make that 10 minutes for yourself, whether it's bringing in your skincare routine into it, which is what I did. So when I do my skincare routine every morning, I really enjoy it. I take that 10 minutes, I just close the door, and I really taking the products have a really, really good scent. It's like being in a spa. So it's having like a little spa at home. And it can just take you away for that 10 minutes just to clear your head, prepare yourself for today's journny.
Yeah,
So that's really where the name came from. And, it's about self love and self care, especially in this world today. So,
yeah. And what are the main things like when you think about cancer diagnosis? You don't even think. Well, I don't anyway. Thinking of things like skin and how your skin may change, and how. What are the main things people need to be mindful of in the products they're using?
but every chemo is different. So every chemo has different effects, which I didn't realize as much as till I saw Howard going through it. And one chemo wouldn't affect the skin, one would affect it really badly. But a lot of times they come out in rashes and have a lot of reaction to products. So they're advised not to use anything with chemicals in it, which is why I made this product completely chemical free. All the skincare is completely chemical free and natural. So even perfumes and stuff, they can be very, very sensitive to smell, to taste, to everything. It's just all their senses have been heightened up from the chemo. But I say everybody's different and reacts differently to it. So, but the general consensus is absolutely no chemicals in the skincare products.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Now, you mentioned that you've three children with special needs, so you've been through your own journey as well. Tell us about that, and tell us how it's changed your attitude towards other people who are struggling.
So I have three children. So my eldest, Jamie, 16, he's got Asperger's, which is now called autism. They don't separate, but he was diagnosed Asperger's at the time. Joshua is 6 and he has autism, and Molly is 4 and going on 14, and she has Down syndrome and a congenital heart defect. So we've been through 2 open heart surgeries in the last 4 years. So yeah, it's completely changed my life, changed my thinking. It has taught me to slow down, to really be very grateful for what I have. I'm very grateful for my three children and what they have taught me. And it teaches you to really appreciate every moment. I don't take anything for granted. And with life, I think with lockdown as well and the whole COVID thing, everybody is starting to realize how important family is, and to take the time to actually see somebody, turn off your phone while you're seeing them, and to appreciate life a lot more.
Yeah.
It's kind of showed us that very quickly things can change. And expect the unexpected. I mean, I certainly didn't expect to have three children with special needs. Would it change it for the world? Absolutely not. They're amazing children, and I don't know any different. They're my children. They're just who they are. They're absolute huge characters, and I blog about their journey on another page. But they're just amazing kids.
Yeah.
It's tough, but it's
Yeah.
has its
Ups and
days.
downs, yeah. But especially over the last number of months, the last year, people have reassessed their priorities an awful lot. You came to that conclusion before this. Do you, I suppose, things like work, people being obsessed with work, with advancement, with ambition, wanting to get ahead in the rat race, that has hugely dissipated for an awful lot of people, which is welcome, really, isn't it?
Big time, absolutely. I think a lot of people were working, including myself, crazy hours, doing crazy things. I think for me personally anyway, I so enjoy this brand. I'm so enjoying this journey. And I think if you can find something you're passionate about now is the time to be able to find something you're really passionate about that you don't feel like you're working. It's
Yeah.
you actually start enjoying life a lot more. I think that's the secret to it.
Yeah, you don't work a day if you're doing something you love.
Absolutely.
Rhona, listen, it's been absolutely lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. And it's an amazing skincare range, and I'm sure it will continue to be hugely successful as it is already. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Elaine. I'll talk to you soon.
Now we'll take a quick break, but when we